Hey folks, Dan Frio here with your opening bell for August 28th, 2025. So mortgage rates saying they dropped just a little bit yesterday. What they're waiting for was today's employment numbers and then tomorrow's inflation numbers. These are the things the Federal Reserve monitors. So we're not going to get the unemployment rate. That's coming next week. But we're going to get a read on the unemployment numbers or unemployment claims. Then we're also going to look at the PCE. This number's coming in tomorrow. I'll give you what my thoughts are on this. But we also got a revision on the second quarter GDP. Looking a little bit different. Yeah, it went from 3 to 3.3. So far it looks like GDP's pretty good. With the unemployment numbers, let's get over to those because that's the breaking news for today. So folks, the things that's going to be moving the market today so far is going to be the jobs report and then what people are anticipating for tomorrow's inflation number, the number one inflation number that the Federal Reserve monitors. So let's get over to it. So folks, my name is Dan Frio. I do this report actually each day to inform you guys what's going on with those and the whys behind it. And the reason why I do this is I'm actually a federally licensed mortgage loan officer. That means I'm licensed in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. And if you're out there looking to buy or refinance, I'd love to help you. We have a slogan, one application, one credit pool. We're going to compare your loan to over 30 different lenders. Now, how do we do that? I'll give you that at the end of this video. Let's get to today's news. So here's what we're seeing in the news so far today. Well, we're going to go over this data right through here. If you want to see the stock market, here's what the market's looking like right now. I don't know if they have the jobs numbers in here. They do show that NVIDIA beat their earnings. And if you looked at you watched my late night video last night, I went through CNBC and they were giddy about NVIDIA beating their top line, bottom line. Then I went to Yahoo Finance, and this is why you can't always judge a book by its cover. They're like, they missed on everything over the last 4 reports. I'm like, I don't know where you're getting that data. But without further ado, let's get over to the report that we're really here to see, and that's the economic calendar. Okay, so here's what we got coming in today. We had the GDP. That came in previously. It was, the last reading was negative 0.5. It came in, they're going to revise this, I think, one more time. But they had it at 3. Now they're saying it's 3.3%. The reason for this big buildup is basically tariffs. What happened, I'm not getting hugely excited over this because a lot of corporations front loaded, meaning they bought a lot of stuff at the beginning of the year to avoid tariffs. So that was that was one reason for this spike. So I'm not getting real giddy about that. But here's the number we were looking at. This is that number we were looking to see, okay, is this number going to start plummeting? So the last reading on the initial jobless claims was 234,000. It was supposed to come in at 231, and it actually came in at right, basically, I'll call this right on point. But they don't have this, so I want to go over and show you guys, where's my report for this? Where is it? Right through here. Here's continued claims, and this is what I was trying to focus in on. Let's blow this up a little bit. My concern was right through here, continued claims. 1.972 was the previous reading. It was revised to 1.96. It was supposed to come in at 1.97. It actually came in much better at 1.95. Okay, 1.95. So that's a much better read. So this doesn't look like people are having, I won't say it if you're having a tough time, but it's showing that people are getting jobs. Okay, so that's one piece of this puzzle. So you can see right through here, jobless claims. It was revised from 235 to 234. They were expecting 230, came in at 229. I'll give that a plus. GDP come in at 3.3 versus minus 0.5. I'll give that a plus. And then we'll go down through here, and that's the rest of the news on the data or the economic calendar that we have so far for today. So let's get over to the rest of this, see where the bond market's reacting to this. Let's get over to right through here. Let me bring this on the board so you guys can see the whole screen here. Okay, MBSs, they are minus 0.2. Basically, the markets aren't moving. They're not moving at all on this data, which I'll give it a thumbs up because we do have rates eased quite a bit. I did a video last night. If you didn't see it, I'll try to put that right up through here. FHA, if you're looking at a government rate, FHA, you realize rates are down as low as 5.99 right now. So if you're looking to refinance, might be an opportunity for you there. Okay, so let's get over to the broader markets. It's basically the Cinderella story that I call. Across the board, we got green across the indices. We got the Dow Jones, S&P, and NASDAQ up. We got oil down to $63 a barrel. You know how I feel about oil. And then we have the 10-year Treasury. It's actually dropping 0.004. When you go out that many decimals, folks, there's really not that much of a change, but at least I'd rather have it going down than going up. Okay, so that's what we're seeing right through there. The economic calendar, we went over through that. We got that coming in today. Tomorrow, we got the core PCE and the PCE. This is the number that really the Federal Reserve monitors. Don't believe me? Let's get over to this. The Federal Reserve, what they watch is right through, where'd it go? Federal Reserve at a glance, right through here. So they monitor the PCE. Last reading was 2.6. Where's it coming in this time? Let's go over and see if they give us any estimates on this on the economic calendar. 2.6, it's not even showing on here. So I'll give you that at the closing bell today where they're expecting the markets to go there. Fed Watch, we're going to do this every day, folks. What's the probability that the Federal Reserve will cut rates at the next meeting? It's back up over 85%. So that's good news there. Last but not least, corporate earnings. Here's what we got over the week. We had 3 reporting on Monday. These are corporations. We want to look over through here. This gives us their earnings per share and their revenue. Let's see if they're beating, not beating. We just focus in on this just to see how corporations are doing. So on Monday, all 3 beat on earnings per share and revenue. We go on Tuesday, they both beat. Let's go to Wednesday. That's when you had NVIDIA, Hewlett-Packard, and everybody else reporting. And right across the board, out of all those, everybody but one beat on the revenue. And let's go to earnings per share. Kind of the same thing right there. We had one not posting and one didn't meet, but all the others met or exceeded the expectations. So that's telling us corporations are doing pretty darn good right now. So far what we're seeing, inflation pretty stable right now. The jobs market isn't crumbling like a lot of people were thinking, and the market so far is just stabilized. So I'm giving this a 2 thumbs up day because we got the equities up, we got mortgage bonds steady. We really don't have much news on the agenda that should really rock the markets today. Tomorrow might be a different story. We get the inflation numbers. So last but not least, folks, who I am and what I do. I just want to explain to you guys what I do for a living. I said at the beginning of the video, I am a federally licensed mortgage loan officer, meaning I'm licensed all over the country, folks. So if you're out there looking to buy or refinance, I'd love to help. But your question might be, Dan, what do you do? How do you do this? Well, it's interesting because we have a quote that I made up. One application, one credit pool. We're going to compare your loan to over 30 different lenders. How do we do that? Well, folks, I work at a bank that's federally licensed. So we have a federal license, licensed in all 50 states. But the unique thing, here's the reason why you need to use us. If you're trying to get that best rate, lowest fees, we're going to do the shopping for you. We're going to compare over 30 different lenders. Now, how do we do that? Well, the bank that I work at, the ingenuity they had, they're like, okay, brokers can do this. Why can't we do this as a lender, especially a nationwide bank? And so they did. They started accumulating. We now have up to 33 different lenders that we can use. We can use their rates, their fees, their programs. And how do you get there? Just using me. So you go to therateupdate.com to find out more about me and my team. If you're looking to buy, please check out this right through here. This is a grant up to $7,000 that you don't have to pay back. So when it goes to refinance, here's where a lot of people are getting in trouble. They buy a house 1, 2, 3 years ago. They got a down payment assistance program. It gave them $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. What happens now is the rates that they got was, that's 7.75. Now rates are at 6.5, maybe if you're getting a government loan, 5.9. Now you're looking to refinance. The problem is you have a down payment assistance loan, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. You have to add to the loan. This one you don't. So that if you have that $15,000, $20,000 loan to add, you probably can't even refinance because it's more than your house is worth. Okay, it's not because your house dropped in value, it's because you got that extra grant money to help you with the down payment assistance. So if you use this one, you don't have to worry about that. To find out if you can even qualify for a lower rate, check out this right through here. You're going to give me your information, and basically you're going to say, Dan, I'm at 7.75. Here's my criteria. When rates hit 6.5, let me know. I'd love to see what the fees are, the cost, what the savings would be, what my break-even point is. If it makes sense, love to do it. That's exactly what we do with this tool right through here. You have a loan estimate. You've already applied at a bank. They've already given you, what they can do for you. Rates are down quite a bit from, where they were even a couple weeks ago. Well, click right through here, the loan estimate review. What we're going to do is I'm going to review your loan estimate with the 33 lenders that we have to see if we can get you a better rate, maybe lower fees. And if we can, I'm hoping you choose us as your mortgage lender at that point. If we can't, I'll be the first one to say, God bless you, you did your due diligence. But other than that, folks, that is my morning report. I will be having a live event today, how to refinance. A lot of people had their help, had help from mom, dad, realtors, cousins, family members, work acquaintances on how to buy a house. Now you're in a house, now you're looking to refinance because, rates are way down. What do? You're going to learn that today. So join me at 2 o'clock Central today to learn how to refinance and how to really analyze it to see if it makes sense for you. If you're looking to buy a house, love to help you there as well. So that's it for this morning, folks. My name is Dan Frio. We're looking for the market to be basically steady as a pancake right now. We got the MBSs, which are mortgage bonds that are down one tick, meaning mortgage rates aren't going to go anywhere. But the stock market's looking pretty darn good right now. I'm not saying it's up substantially, but I'll take green across the board anytime. So thanks for watching, folks. God bless. Have a fantastic morning. I'll see you later today at 2 o'clock. If you're looking to refinance, I can give you some tips on how to do that. Thanks for watching, folks. God bless. See you then. Bye-bye.